Okay, hi, this lecture is about intermittent fasting. And then where is this coming from? Well, first of all, it's really going to be more about what you might call time-restricted eating, or the OMAD diet, which is 1 meal a day diet. And you'll say to yourself, well, where is this coming from? Well, this is Audrey Hepburn, a wonderful actress, very nice lady. And there's a famous nutrition doctor by the name of Neil Bernard. He's one of the best nutrition doctors in the world. And I saw him giving a video, and I'm like, gosh, he's real skinny. He's really smart. He's very good. And I said to myself, you know what, why don't I look more like that? And you know, when a guy's young, for a man, to be young, you like to be kind of strong, lift weights, be kind of athletic. That's kind of a high status look for a young guy. For an old guy, though, it's higher status to be thin, to be skinny, because most people are fat. So it's nice to lift weights, to have some physical strength and agility as you get older, but it's really good to be thin. So anyways, I wanted to get a little thinner. Not that I wasn't reasonably thin already. But then the second thing is, in my life, I had another problem, that I want more time to sleep. I want more time to exercise or do whatever I'm interested in for that given day. So I said, how could I magically create an hour and a half of time? I mean, I'm pretty efficient. I've gone through every 30 minutes. I've written them down on a piece of paper, and I don't waste any time. But so I'm like, where am I going to magically create an hour and a half? I figured out how to do it. And really, maybe the best name is this 1 meal a day diet. So I only eat 1 meal a day for the last 6 weeks. I lost 10 pounds. And you'll say to yourself, why do that? Well, I only eat dinner. And it has to be dinner, by the way. You'll see some people on the internet saying, oh, 1 meal a day, breakfast is best, because that way you lose more weight. And that's ridiculous. The reason is, there's two reasons. Number one, people have to go to work or go to school in the morning. Number two, if you're going to do any type of cognitive work, your brain always functions best in the morning because it's cleaned overnight by the glymphatic system. And when does an animal need to be smart? When an animal is hungry. So in the morning you wake up, that little rise in cortisol gives you enough energy. You get the ghrelin from the stomach, G for stomach, G for gastric, G for ghrelin goes to the hippocampus, makes you more alert. So whenever I'm doing cognitive work, I always want to do that in the morning. On my day off, I always read something complicated in the morning. Okay? So what's the point? By only eating a big dinner, I don't need to make breakfast. I don't need to clean up afterwards. I don't need to clean my teeth, make the food, all that stuff. So by skipping having to make breakfast, and I don't eat lunch either, and I don't have to make lunch either, I get an extra hour and a half every day. And I like that. That's time to exercise, it's time to get more sleep. It's a big plus. I eat a lot of beans because beans got tons of fiber. They prolong hunger satisfaction for the most amount of time. A lot of greens because greens got tons of nutrients, probably the most nutrient-dense food. And then throw in whatever else you like, carrots, blueberries, whatever you want. I was also worried, well, gee, if I just eat a big dinner, then I'm going to have to wake up in the middle of the night to void. I won't sleep so well. Nah, it doesn't matter maybe because the body's a little dehydrated by the time that dinner comes around. It seems to get absorbed primarily and hasn't been a problem waking up and having to void. Also, where's the science behind it? Well, there's a guy by the name of Gerald Shulman, MD, PhD out of Yale. He's probably the best diabetes researcher in the world at this time. Maybe Brownlee and him are the two best in the world. Anyways, he's got a nice diagram on glycogen and how long it lasts. And there's other articles on glycogen, how long it lasts, but what's my point? Glycogen usually will last quite well for about 24 hours, and it's sort of faded out, completely gone about 48 hours. Gluconeogenesis plays a progressively increasing role in maintaining blood glucose. Because I didn't want to be hypoglycemic. That's one thing I was a little afraid of. If I only eat once a day, am I going to get hypoglycemic? And I don't want that. And I'm not worried about going into ketosis, all that stuff, no. The point is, let's say right about here is about 24 hours, and you still got some glycogen on board, you got effective gluconeogenesis on board, and I found that I feel good. I feel good just eating once a day. I look forward to the meal, have a real nice dinner, and then I forget about it the next day. I mean, I also knew I could do it because I would routinely get excited about something that I'm reading in the morning, or sometimes maybe I'm writing a book chapter or something, and I'm all into it, and I don't want to eat lunch. And noon comes by, no, I don't want to eat lunch yet. I'm sort of on a roll, and things are good. Well, then maybe I'll eat at 1 o'clock. Well, then I still am busy. I'll eat at 2. And I find myself eating lunch at 3 o'clock and feeling really good, and just eating lunch because maybe I wanted a study break. And so I said to myself, well, gee, why don't I just wait till dinner? Because I have done that plenty of times too. And so that works quite well, to just eat one meal a day. So let's see what else. Well, we talked about not in the morning, because that's best time for thinking and working in school. And so the bottom line, it works. One meal a day, lots of beans for fiber, lots of greens for nutrients, and then throw in whatever else you like, plant foods. And I found it effective, and I'm liking it, so you might want to try it.